What's up, guys? Got a fantastic review for you today. First impressions review. The Medford USMC Fighter Flipper. Faced anodized S35VN. PVD pommel. Riding on phosphorus bronze washers. Spring side is blue anodized. Satin finish blade. Hollow ground. And yes, this beast is a functional flipper. That's before it's even broke in. Okay, let's get into it. This thing is awesome. When I first saw these in a video and a picture of them, they didn't look, I mean, they look cool to me, but they didn't look like anything I would want to own until I got one in hand. And, you know, being a big overbuilt knife fan, Medford fan, and I usually don't typically buy the higher end version with the fancy finishes, but this one was just too cool to pass up. I mean, look at the way the light changes colors on that scale when the light hits it. I mean, it is unbelievable. And I love the satin finish on the blade. It just feels amazing. They have the rough finish in the back of the fuller. Titanium 6-gun hardware. I've carried this thing for about 2 days now. For me, it's not an issue. I mean, it's a huge knife, but it's not an issue for carry. It's not dragging my pocket down. It's not intrusive when I sit down. It works. It works for me very well. This one just has a lanyard hole. The pommel is screwed and pinned from the inside. So it's a functional pommel, if you know what I mean. The ball bearing clip, awesome. Doesn't snag your pants, really easy on your pants. The weight of this blade, you know, when you get Medfords, they're a little bit tight. They have to be broken in, and they break in awesome. But the weight of this blade just helps it fly out. The lockup's about maybe 15%. I am just in love with this knife. It's definitely the pride of my fleet. It's beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful, functional. I mean, everybody always, you know, posts in their groups, what knife would you have if you could only have one? Well, I rarely ever answer that question, but I can tell you right now it's this one. Because this thing would do whatever you needed it to do. They sent it with a razor mirror polished edge. Just a very cool knife. I mean, if you're thinking about getting one of the standard finishes and you're not sure about the titanium flamed and faced finishes, just take a look at that. And if you don't like that, you won't like it, because that to me is beautiful. And there's no camera and no video camera that's going to capture what this looks like in person. You're not getting half of the joy that I'm getting by seeing it in person, because the light catches it from several different angles, and the camera's just not going to pick that up. So I'm about to go on a cruise, and I just found out that the cruise line only allows pocket knives up to 4-inch blades. So despairingly, this one's 4 1/4, so this one won't get to go. So the blade's 4 1/4, about 4. Let's see. I can bet you there's 4 inches of cutting edge on this knife. Handle scales are 5 1/4 to the end of the pommel. Let's put some other knives up against it and look at it. This is the This is a popular knife right now. Chavez Redención Street. Everybody knows this knife. Sabenza Large 21. I'll give you an idea of the size if you haven't had one in hand. Medford Marauder H. Very similar in size, very same blade thickness, 0.19. Similar scale thicknesses, overall thicknesses. Similar size knife. It's not much bigger than a Marauder H or a Marauder. Of course, a Marauder has the same footprint, but it looks like a much bigger, overbearing knife in pictures and videos than it really is. But it's unbelievably cool, and I'll tell you what. I have several sharp knives, but I promise you, this knife is the sharpest. You can't even hardly hear that going through the paper. I mean, it's stupid sharp. The en belay, one of my favorite knives, second favorite now. Medford Proxima. This one's going to get to go on the trip. It's under 4 inches. Anyway, that's my wrap up. I love this knife, and I know you will too. So if it's on your list or it fits in your budget, go for it. You won't regret it. It carries great. You're very rarely going to run into someone else that has the same knife, I assure you that. Very cool. Thank you guys. Have a great day.